Fantastic.
My whole house is sick, pretty much.
Oh, that sucks.
It does suck. Katie, you are in cam.
See us waving back.
So I was telling John that you guys are gonna have two people watching tonight. They're gonna be watching two friends of ours. The guys just came from Pathfinder, so he bought.
So the guy you met at the
PX.
yeah.
Yeah, his name's Jeremy. I don't know his wife's name yet. Apparently she it's called Dragon Fire in Texas, which is like one of those comic books in the States. So
Not saying something special.
So is it messing up because we're both?
no. Can you turn that speaker down? I don't know how we're gonna do this. Yeah, just like a little bit. Okay. Yep. Alright, we'll give Rebel a few more minutes to get here. And I kind of wouldn't mind having him show up too, so I can kind of explain what's going on. That way I don't have to get 30 minutes
So does it sound bad for you guys with both of us?
No,
Okay.
it sounds good.
Not you, I'm asking them.
I know who you're asking.
Okay.
You can probably put that mic up a little closer.
Like that.
Looks good.
Thank you for calling. How may I help you? Thank you for calling. How may I help you?
Thanks for calling. How can I help
Also, tell me if you can hear me breathing. I'll try not to breathe right into it.
you? I think that's enough.
Just don't breathe.
Just one breath.
Anybody have any questions that popped up this week?
Yes. I wanted to clarify something. I can cast my hexes. I'm not limited on my hexes.
You can what?
The hexes.
Uh-huh.
I'm not limited on the
Can't
number.
hear you. Say it one more time. Sorry, dude. I turned my volume up.
I'm not limited on the hexes. For like you were saying last week, it's not like spells. I'm not limited.
I thought it was the same as like 0 level spells. Because you have 0 level hexes and then you have first level hexes.
No, what that table was, because I could see your point of view now. Like, so just want to look at that.
There we go. Jeez.
Do I need to turn me up? Because I did try
No,
to.
you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, if you go to the PRD
Uh-huh.
for the witches, I know the table you were looking at, and that is, it's just showing all the different things. The spells per day is its own table, and then it's saying at but like first level I gain a hex, at second level I gain another hex, at fourth level, like, so I pick from the hex list. But I shouldn't be limited. It doesn't say anything about limiting the number of hexes I get per, like I can just use. Now most of them say in their description that I can only target like one person per day.
Hey, they're here, John. I'll be right back.
Yep. You watching the feed?
I was earlier. Turned it off for a second. It was a pretty good game. It was a Challenger Series game. The TSM was supposed to play both. I think it was that game that was on earlier. It was to be determined versus in complexity. It was pretty balling. Pretty impressive.
Who won that?
They are tied right now. They're playing their third game. They're getting ready to start their third game right now.
That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. I actually watched a couple of these guys stream on TBD. I watched Arthelon and Robert Ely.
Hey fellas, they just got here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them all of the gory details about what's gonna transpire tonight, and then I'll be back to you guys. Okay?
Okay.
All right, give me like 5 minutes. And if you want to text Rebel and see if he's coming, that'd be great.
All right.
All right, I'll be right back. Oh, Nick, you said he's coming at 4?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I think I can stall until then a little bit.
All right. Are you watching them right now?
No.
Okay.
I got your message of it.
Yeah.
Said you were watching them.
It should be a pretty good game right here, dude. They're about to start.
I just like watching the top lane matchups. I don't know why, for whatever reason. It's the most boring lane to watch, too. Mid's not bad.
Top lane is the thing about top lane, man. Is if that motherfucker is better than you, you're fucked. You're not getting any help from nobody. You're so far away. It's just you and him.
See, I have a new philosophy on top lane. Not that I've been accurate in any way, like forever. But I think the problem with most top laners is they think they need help. And the point of them being a solo lane is that they can handle themselves, right? You know, put your wards up. You're not going to get ganked if you're smart.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, whatever, like play smarter, like draw the lane back, you know, like don't be dumb. And if you get fall behind, the best thing you can do is just try to keep the lane back, right? And then if you see any sort of group play, just push your lane like a mofo, right?
Yeah.
But what you should, so if you do have the, so that's if you have the disadvantage. If you have the advantage, push them back, either get them to, you know, call for a gank. If you're not going to get a gank, then do what you can to push them back. Press, you know, just be super aggressive, and then once you push them so that they have to go back, you push your lane, and then now you go do something, like you go gank.
Yeah, you got a gang there, yeah.
Yeah, and I've played it so passively in the past, which is why I've always liked York.
Yeah.
Because that's his game. He's playing passive and just dominating. Like, you're never going to push him. You know, you may gank him once, but the dude's just solid in lane. But he can't do much. He might go, you know, I was good enough to, like, take a tower on my own, no problem. But he wasn't fast enough to do any sort of ganking.
Yeah.
So, but now playing, like, you know, getting a new perspective, it's like, I feel like top lane has a lot of potential to really, like, mess with the other team.
Yeah.
But then that's what you watch these guys that are actually, you know, good. And that's what they do. And that's why they don't pick York, because he can't do that.
Yeah, he definitely can't. Dude. This is going to be a fucking good game right here, dude.
Oh, man. You're going to make me look that up. Nah, as I'm going to start watching that, I'm going to get all distracted and shit. Carries right now. This is where they die.
Yeah.
And then right there, yeah, they're gonna get ambushed, and then they're screwed because, you know, they're evil. This is like people watching from home.
We got a new computer. The dude at work is, I think he's just gonna give me his old one, which is like he built last year. Yeah. I think, pretty sure.
A tower or
A tower. Yeah.
nice, because towers are good because you can always upgrade.
Yeah. He's not. I don't want to mean hard drives. He's gonna be. He's got everything else except for hard drives.
They're super cheap. Like
Yeah.
even
Well,
I
I was
went
gonna
I went like upgraded my memory like a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time I was actually gonna buy a hard drive because it was so cheap that they were sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 2 terabyte, 7200 RPM drive from like Seagate or someone like that, and I was like, oh man, it was like I don't know, like $100. Like it's just insane how like cheap it is. Laptops you can't do anything with. I mean they're nice, they're convenient, but I mean if you're playing at a desk anyways, you might as well have a desktop. It's just so
I mean, I only play at my house. So, you know, I'm not gonna. I have a laptop for like. I actually have a tablet if I'm gonna, be out and need to get on the internet or anything. So that way, I'd rather have a desktop.
yeah, that's my thing. I have a tablet, but it's only for the house. It's
Yeah.
basically like what a laptop would be doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got this smartphone I'm out and about. It's not like I'm gonna be playing a whole lot of games if I'm like driving somewhere.
I do need to get some new headphones, man. I don't know. Having to charge these.
That's right, you got the wireless. It's nice with the baby. It's nice with the baby.
It is. It is.
Or like jump up and do something. Yeah, you need like a backup set.
Yeah.
Just get like the Turtle Beach. They're not too bad.
Yeah.
It's what I use. I use the old. Well, they have the X12s now. I have the X11. My buddy's got the X10, and they're all the same. Yeah, they weren't too bad. I mean, hey, it does the job for me. I don't need like surround sound headphones.
Yeah. Alright, they got top. It's Aurelia versus. See, another thing, dude, in these programs, man, they've been switching. Lots of times they'll end up with the, the 80 carry going top.
Yeah, they do the it's the weird Korean. Yeah, it's the weird Korean
it's like
style.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
And it's just for the it's for a quick tower. That's what
Yeah.
they're trying to do.
Yep.
Which is why stuff like Aurelia and New York might be like the new thing because they can defend against too. Or like Lee Sand and stuff,
Yeah.
How's the new one, Lucian? I haven't seen it.
I mean, he's an 80 carry.
That's it. Isn't that your bag?
Nah. I try not to play it too much. 80 carry. I mean, I'll play some Ezreal and some Cat, but I prefer to play actually jungle or support. Never get to play mid lane, so I'm just like fuck mid lane.
I like mid. It's always Ari or Ziggs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see any of the like old school mid laners.
Nah, right now, I mean, all the pros players, Zed, Ari. I've actually seen a lot of Fizz here recently. People that can anybody that can dive into the other team, just blow up one person.
Yeah, that tends to be the big thing in mains now. Alright, hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Any other questions or anything? So John, back to the hexes. Okay, yeah, I saw that it says that there's no limit there, so let me know what spells you guys have prepared though for each day. So that'll be the only thing I'll ask you guys to do. You guys want to feed sushi, sir? Alright. Just let me know what spells, or for Nick, let me know what bombs you have prepared, or origins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm updating my. Do you want me to update my character sheet like when we
No,
start?
you don't need to do that. Just post it in the
Okay.
chat.
Okay.
And that's the easiest way that I can scroll back up later. So we're gonna play for an hour. Okay, so we're gonna kind of we're gonna go a little slow here because I really don't want Rebel to miss any of this. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to turn on that light and turn this one off?
Yeah, that'd be good. Alright, she good. Okay, so John, you good? Is he AFK?
He did say, yeah, he said.
Okay,
he'll be
we'll wait for him. I know, it's like watching. We should have charged you guys admission.
You want all three of those?
I think that's fine. And I told you too for the most part. Basically, I know where the adventure is going to start, so I know where this session starts. I have like 3 directions. Well, today's pretty linear, but normally I'll have like 3 directions that I'm prepared for them to go into. And then I think about like what are my NPCs doing. So right now they have like 2 or 3 NPCs that they interact with, and some of them they can trust, some of them they can't. But it gives them a little bit of continuity. You can't forecast everything, so you have to be kind of good at improvising. And I find that, like, I think I told you, I struggle with pre-printed stuff. I don't do well with it, just because I feel really confined, so, yeah, yep. Okay, so, this guy is, sorry. His name is Sand de Glocta, and they're all playing humans. So he is a human witch, or warlock, witches are females. This guy with his gas mask on is my friend Nick, so John is playing Sand. Nick is playing a character named Sedge, which is an alchemist. This is my wife Katie, she's playing just a straight up fighter. And then Leon is played by our friend Rebel, who's not going to be here for another 30 minutes. He's playing a magus, which is it's in the Ultimate Magic book. And they are like they're balanced between melee and so I have the advanced player's guide, so I'll let you know this downstairs. So the only one that's playing the class from the horror book is my wife, so everybody will look like somebody else's back. I think John's doing his spells.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Alright, so previously in the Realms of Sadness, you guys had encountered a group of cultists just after the gnome massacre. And
Sorry. I couldn't tell if I heard a crying baby, so I took my headset off and it made a loud noise.
so you guys slayed the cultists, You notice that, again, all of them had the same tattoo on their hand. You guys should still have that in your journals. And the the leader, Cronmere, had basically sleeve tattoos that were done to represent the cult of the demon lord Jesus. So you guys slayed them. He did drop Corinna, but you guys were able to stabilize her, stabilize her, and you guys were able to get her healed up. So at this point, you guys found a desolate area, you know, half a mile or so away from, yeah, a half mile or so away from, from the gnome massacre location. So you guys found some place secluded, and you guys made camp that night. And you guys, it was a rough night for all of you. The water was very cold that you were in, so you all kind of have a little, your body temperatures, you know, low. You were in wet clothes all night. You saw some pretty gruesome stuff with the gnomes having their hearts cut out, and just the images of Cronmere, you know, the cult magician, sorcerer, in your mind is weighing heavily on you. So all of you guys do not sleep very well at all. It's a very restless night, and like I said, you have some extremely unusual and fascinating dreams. You're not sure what the cause of it is, and you struggle. You know, it's one of those dreams where you're moving slow, you don't feel like you can do anything, and it's very confusing. As this dream continues to build further and further, you realize that you are no longer dreaming about yourself, your past, your existence, but something has bound all of you together, whether it's a magical spell or a being or just the close proximity that you guys have been together over the last week or so that you've been adventuring. But you guys are basically in like a combined. It could be Grotus, possibly. Grotus is a demon lord that he is a fan of, so it could be Grotus. But you guys are all having basically a shared vision, and this is mouse this way. I'm gonna move you guys to the next scene. So you drift off to sleep. Your sleeping bags or your bedrolls are soaking wet, and Corinna and Sedge, you have dreams of a small cottage, and inside the cottage you can see that there is a young mother and a young father that are playing joyfully together, as newlyweds sometimes do together. They're enjoying their time, frolicking about, and just enjoying being young and in love with each other, and sharing their future together. And it's a time of excitement, it's a time of, you know, apprehension, uncertainty, but they look like they are good people nonetheless. Sand, you recognize that these individuals are in fact your mother and father, and Bryn and your mother are there. You see them kissing and playing together, and your father is working hard around the cottage, and you know, he's repairing things, and your mother is making dinner, and you can smell it. It reminds you of when you were a child. Oh yeah, I threw in your familiar there. I'm glad you saw that. What's that? I gotta turn up the volume here.
So what happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Test. It says
Yeah,
my connection to
there
the
we go.
server has been interrupted. Not good.
So I recognize them as mom and pop, and you know, we're like, and we're enthralled.
Can you hear me?
Continue.
Yeah, now we
Okay.
can.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, so you recognize them as your mother and father. So some time goes by in this dream. Again, it's fascinating how in love they are together, and just the joy that they share. you can tell that the way that they interact, that they are close to having a baby. And in fact, if everybody can go to Sans, go to Journal and go to Sans Journal, and everybody go ahead and click on Sand and Galacta backstory, scene number 1, and it will open up a video in another. Ugh, sorry.
What is going on, man?
It'll. Come on, mouse.
That is so awesome.
I just lost Input Director too, which is the program that I'm using to.
Am I really watching all 3 minutes of this? Can you not see the link?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Come on.
Do you want me to send you the link?
You should. If he pulls up his journal, you should be able to see it.
So I don't know if you can see my
It should be
nice
public.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm back, and I still can't control the other computer, so naturally, freaking technical difficulties always just hamper my games, I swear.
Are you seeing it now?
All right, there we go. Okay, so you guys can see this too.
I feel like I just walked in on my parents.
Journal characters.
It's all under the covers and shit, dude. This is old school. Okay.
All right. So
That was epic.
he posted the link.
I swear we dropped this.
He posted the link in chat. I thought you guys could see it in the journal, but you can't.
I think he's hitting himself while we're laughing.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So obviously
That was fun.
the visions, it doesn't get any worse than this really.
So
The visions that you guys have for the next what seem like
that was 'cause I just
several hours.
had character sheet. And I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, this must be my next story.
All right, so the visions that you guys have, what seem they go like for hours, and some of you guys, female types, are particularly enjoying the level of romance that is involved here in the scenes that you're seeing unfold before you. So some time goes on, what seems like an eternity in the dream, and then lo and behold, there is a small infant that is brought into the world by virtue of these events that are unfolding before us. All right.
Oh, I'm with the Grover baby.
So little Sand is born. He comes into the world and he's extremely happy, joyful, and a little congratulatory. This is pretty cool too. You can do like applause and stuff like that with the Google Hangout. All right, so there he is, little baby Sand, and his mother and father are very affectionate towards him, and especially his mother, Esmerella. She definitely is invested in caring for Sand and seeing that he's brought up right. She loves him. She breastfeeds him until he's about 4 years old. A really long. Well, you know, things were different back then. All right, so Sand, is this bringing back any memories for you, or anything? Jogging any you know, deep-seated memories that you're holding back from your mother?
I don't. I mean, if I'm an infant now, I don't have the memories.
Well, I mean, she's basically breastfed you up until about 3 or 4 years old. So you should have some memories of your mother. And Sand's mother, in particular, is extremely beautiful. She's tall. She has long black hair, and just even her name itself, Esmerella, just rings beauty. Nothing, Sand?
Oh yeah. No, me and Esmeralda, we were tight.
You guys were close.
Yeah, I mean as close as you can be when you breastfeed, I guess, until 4.
Um, Sand also has fond memories of his father being close as well. And for those of you guys that are seeing Bryn Galacta for the first time, he's a very tall, handsome man. He has like a full beard, long black hair, and he's dressed. At the time, he's dressed kind of raggedy. You can tell that he's a very hard worker, but the fruits of his labor just haven't started to pay off just yet. So often throughout the visions that you guys share together tonight, you see Bryn leaving Esmerella and young baby Sand behind as he leaves for work. You can tell he's a man of dedication.
Where did we
I
go
don't,
wrong?
I don't know who these people are that are really right. I just see some, you know, people.
You you see them for who they are.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
so I know the
yep.
relation. Okay.
You guys understand that that you are seeing Sand's family. Um, so you recognize them, and you're not certain why or how, but again, you know who they are. So throughout the vision, you also see. Oops, wrong layer. Throughout the vision, you also see Bryn's best friend, and his name is. Don't want to move the whole house. His name is Sercom, and Sercom often visits the house with the family together, and he shares meals with Esmerella and Bryn.
I do remember him.
You do
I have
remember
fond
him?
memories. I do have fond memories of Circle.
Yes, you remember him holding you as a child, and bouncing you on his lap as a young baby. You remember that he also wore a helmet. Circum is a man-at-arms, and so he's always prepared for battle. He basically raised young baby Sand, played with him. He was very strict on Sand in front of Bryn and Esmerella, but uh, when there were times together when it was just Sand and Circum, Circum let him play. He showed him the way of the sword, and also taught him the ways of the merchants that traveled the inner sea region. So Sand had a very close bond with Circum. In some instances, it was even closer than the bond that he shared with his own father. Never quite reaching the same level as his closest with his mother, obviously. There are also many times when ungroup them. There are also many times when, while Bren was at work, Circum was able to come over and train with Sand, and also spend time with Esmerella as well. He knew that Bren was busy with his merchant trades and his time on the inner sea, and so he knew that Esmerella needed a man around. Not so much in a sexual manner or as a lover or anything like that, but he knew the importance of taking care of baby Sand and ensuring that Esmerella had everything taken care of. So Esmerella really admired Circum for this, all of his hard work and diligence, and there are many qualities in Circum that Esmerella was attracted to, and oftentimes she found herself kind of asking, what if? Anybody have any questions? So Sand's life continues.
Baby Sand's got it good.
Sand's what?
I said Baby Sand has it good.
The next vision that comes to mind for you guys is Sand and his father, Bryn. So baby Sand has now become young Sand, and he's about 6, 7, 8 years old through these visions that you guys have. And you see him with his father in the workshop. His father is dressed better now. He's obviously his hard work and his endeavors as a merchant have began to pay off for him, and everything appears to be going well for them at this point in time. Let me adjust the zoom here real quick for you guys. There you go. Everything appears to be going very well for them. So he takes his time and he shows Sand the tools of the trade, the compass for navigation, the abacus for calculations. He shows him the thread and the needle and leather and a tanner's rack and the miner's pick and all of the things that merchants need. And he also taught him how to basically keep the books. Esmerella was the primary bookkeeper, but oftentimes he would let Sand help her out as well, so that way he would become familiar with them. His mother was also oftentimes in the merchant shop as well, and together as a family they would play together and just enjoy spending time together, and all the little odds and ends that were in the shop really attracted Sand. He was always a very curious boy, and oftentimes he'd be running downstairs into the warehouse and playing hide and go seek from his father. Sand recalls one particular evening where his mother was not around, and it was just Sand and his father. And lo and behold, Serkim came in to say hello, and I was kind of hoping that Rebel would be here, but he's not here yet. Serkim came in to say hello to the shop, and Bryn was, curious what he'd been up to all day, and Serkim told him that he'd been out training in the courtyard with some of the other martial men and mercenaries that were in the town, and just basically out there honing his skills, as a man at arms. So Bryn admired that about Serkim, his hard work and his dedication to his trade. In another vision that you guys have, it's a vision of the three of them again in the merchant shop, and there's a loud knock on the door. I can't do a knock right now, so just imagine a loud knock in your head. I don't have that sound effect. So there's a loud knock at the door. So for this right here, Sand, you're going to be playing yourself.
Okay.
And Serkim will be played by me. It was supposed to be played by Rebel. And Bryn will be played by me as well. So Sand, there's a loud knock at the door, and your father tells you, "Sand, my boy, go see who it is. I'm expecting more friends."
Okay. Tra-la-la-la-la.
Sand, that's the back door. No, I'm just kidding. It's the front door.
I was like, I can't find it. Oh, there is another door.
You're like, I don't know where it is. Okay, so there's a loud knock at the door.
I open it.
You open it. As you open the door, 3 men burst inside. These individuals are dressed in leather armor. They've all got short swords and they've got shields. And they basically push you to the side. Are you going to try and resist?
Yes.
All right. Do me a favor and just roll a d20 for a strength check. Okay. You resist, and the thug resists back, and basically he pushes you aside. But you've got your feet planted firmly. Just so you know, I show him my rolls. I used to not, but I do. I'll explain why later, but I've just started doing it recently. So anyway, the thug pushes you back, but you've got your feet planted firmly underneath you, and you push yourself up against the cart of bread that's there, and you resist. And he's like, "Damn boy, get out of the way!" All right. So there is one individual, this guy here, who is going to be played by Sedge. So Sedge, you actually have control of him, and you'll note that there is a green mark. I figured that kind of blended with your, or went with your alchemist slash acid bomb kind of theme you got going on, so you can remember that he's yours with the green. All right. Katie, you're going to be playing the thug here with the pink. All right. So I have the grid turned off, but you guys can take charge of them. And so basically, these thugs are here to get their money back. All right. They've made an investment, and they feel that Bren has basically swindled them on it, and so they've come back to get their money. Sedge, you are the thug leader, so I need you to put on your best thuggish performance and attempt to get your money back from Bren. And Katie, you are his accomplice, and I will play the other thug.
Bren, you know why we're here.
Hey, wait a minute. You guys, what's up with the what's up with the
no time for talking,
Hey, hold on a second. What's up with the weapons? Hold on, I've got the money, all right? I've got the money. Circum steps in front of you. Easy. Easy, guys. Hey, she told me that I had more time. Why are you here so soon? You're not supposed to be here till next week.
Not listening anymore. Talk, Bren. We're here for the money. You said you had it. Boy over there. You value him, right?
Of course. Leave sand out of this. Did the music change for you guys?
Yes.
All right. Is it too loud?
No.
Okay, I gotta turn it down on this. Okay. Can you guys hear it? Okay. All right. So she told me that I had another week. I don't know why you guys are here. Leave my son out of this.
You drug the boy into this.
No, I didn't. He has absolutely nothing to do with this. This is between me and Vanessa, all right? I told you that I'll have the money next week.
Katie, get the money. I want to watch Circle.
Who the hell is Katie?
Slam the butt of my sword on the table and say, "Give us the money."
Circum pushes you back. And he does. Go ahead and roll a d20. I'll tell you whether or not you're successful.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Okay, so Circum pushes you back up against the table, and Circum's dressed in like a ringmail type armor. He's definitely got the distinct helmet on his head with the nose guard coming down through the center of his face there. But he pushes you back and he says, "Bren said get the fuck out of here." He pushes you back. He pushes you back so hard that you're really kind of stunned up against the table. And Bren says, "Circum, you know what to do." Sand, are you going to try and do anything? Right now you're pushed up against a bread cart.
I will take the stalest, hardest bread I can find. I will wield that. Right,
Okay.
like a sword.
Alright, so everybody go ahead and roll for initiative. Just roll a d20 and we will rack and stack you guys from there, alright?
Awesome. Wow.
Katie rolls highs. Surprise, surprise.
Don't roll as Corinna, you cheater. You cheater.
+8 to a roll.
She's like, I'm +6. I've got improved initiative. No, you don't. Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright. And let's see. 2 thugs. Okay. So, who had the highest? Oh, you guys all rolled like shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. None of it. You guys are all just really taken back by the sheer amount of vegetables and breads that are in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave the initiative order the way it is since everybody pretty much sucks, and I gotta put Thug Leader. You gotta go in there. All right, so Thug Leader, I'll put you above Circa. Since everybody rolled so poorly, it doesn't really matter where you guys go. Okay, so it's Bryn's turn. Bryn realizes that this shit is going to go down, so he pulls out a crossbow from underneath the table and goes to shoot the thug that's right in front of him, which is you, Katie, with the crossbow. All right, and he hits. It's just a small crossbow, so it's not going to do a ton of damage against you. But nevertheless, he hits you for 5 points. So I'm going to be counting backwards tonight, kind of. Usually, like their character tokens, they have a set amount of hit points, so it's real easy for me to just subtract them. But these don't have them, so. All right. So he shoots Katie's thug in the shoulder, and his arrow damn near went right through you. Crossbow at close range. Okay, Thug Leader, it is your turn. Circum just pushed your ass up against the hard wooden table, and it's your turn. He looks at you and he says, "Bring it on," as he draws his longsword.
I got a sword, right? That's not a dagger or anything. Right.
You can have whatever melee weapon you want to have, but basically you have a longsword.
Alright, whatever. I'll
It's a D8.
Yeah, and I'll swing it.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's looking pretty froggy. Alright? Basically he looks at you and he's like, "You're gonna have to do a lot better than that, bitch."
You tell him, Circum.
In fact, and as he does that, as he fends off your attack, he cuts across your chest with a sword. Oh, but he slips on a banana peel that's been laying there on the floor, and his attack is unsuccessful. All right, it's the thug's turn that's got a little sand, and he's going to attempt to grab you, buddy. Okay, Sand, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, please. Combat maneuver defense. Okay, he successfully grabs a hold of you.
Let go, you hope.
Alright, he grabs a hold of you and he starts to take you downstairs. And he can get about that far with you. Okay, and Sand, it's your turn.
I'm going to resist.
Okay, you want to try and like punch him in the face or something? You have that loaf of bread in your hand, and you know what? Your dad hasn't sold any bread in a while. Was that your? Go ahead and roll to attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick this guy right square in the nuts.
It's gonna kick him in the balls. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not a called shot. I'll let you have it. Okay, buddy. You know, I mean, he's a bigger guy. His balls, you know, they're not located properly, and you have a hard time kicking him. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. I skipped you, so it's your turn.
Okay.
So you just got blasted in the shoulder by Bryn.
Okay, so I'm pretty pissed now. I'm gonna jump up on the table and swing at Bryn.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dex check to see if you in fact jump on the table. So you're midair. You don't know how agile this guy is.
I saw him take gymnastics.
Bren's like, go ahead, jump over that fucking table, I dare you.
Guy's got a temper, man.
Ooh, she definitely jumps on the table, and she's like, all right. You want to say something cool to him when you jump on the table? Because he's looking at you like he's about to fucking kill you.
I just yell.
Just swing wildly. Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. Hopefully you didn't burn a good roll there. All right, you hit him, and you're swinging a longsword. So go ahead and swing for damage.
Slowly keep it around.
Yeah, hopefully you don't kill the main character of the story.
What do you want me to roll?
Just a D8, 1D8. This is why I was telling you guys, like, I do 1D20, D4, D6, D8, D10, all the way through, so especially when we're doing things like this, it's a pain in the ass. Okay, not so good there, hotshot. You're fighting on top of a table, it's got a bunch of shit on it, and basically he ducks out of the way, and he starts to bring his sword back around on you, and it's his turn, lo and behold. So he rolls a 15, and he hits you for 3 points of damage. Now, you've already been hit once, so I'm going to tell you right now, buddy, that you only got 10 hit points, and you're down to 8, so it's not looking good for you. I'm sorry, you're down to 2. So he damn near severs your left leg with his sword. Okay? And he's like, you're not going to get my boy!
We just wanted the money.
Thug leader, it's your turn. Thug leader, you notice that there's a chest that's sitting on the table, and it looks like it's the money that you came for.
I screamed for my guy to cut the boy's ear off.
Yeah, fuck cutting it off, I'll chew it off.
And
I'm sorry, if I cuss too much, let me know, alright? Alright.
I mean, at this point, I'm gonna attack this guy again.
Okay.
He's trying.
Cut him down. Cut him down. He's just a dude that does this shit for a living.
Fuck. Really
Not good. He pushes you again in the chest. He's like, come on, is that all you got? And he's going to swing at you. He's doing called shot. He's going to behead you. Oh! Okay, he misses. So I do called shots like, basically, if you crit on a called shot, obviously I would have beheaded the guy. But I do called shots at -4. So if you want to hit a particular body part exactly, it's a -4. So he missed. And because your armor class is higher than 10, right? I mean, an alchemist with no armor, certainly. Okay, so you can tell though that he was basically swinging for the fence on that one, and it went right over the top of your dome. Okay.
Just get the money and get out.
Alright. So it's your turn. You see a chest of gold sitting there on the table. And he is pulling his longsword out of your leg right now.
The money's on the table that I'm on.
Yes. It's a small chest, about half the size of a shoebox. It's got about 60 solid gold pieces in there. And it has the emblem of, you notice, those of you that are sharing this vision, you realize that the emblem on the gold coin is the same as the Legion of the Divine. It's got the same cross on it. Those are the good guys.
I think I'm just gonna kind of back up. I don't really want to die over this gold today.
So just remember that if you disengage, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you. So.
Okay, I kind of want my shield and back up.
Okay, are you gonna grab the gold? You're just gonna back up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the gold. I can back up.
Fuck yeah, you are. Okay. Okay, so you grab the gold, and as you're grabbing the gold, he swings on you. Oh, not good. Okay. And with that, he finishes off your left leg and cuts you down.
Oh, no.
Alright. That sucks, but you're at -3 hit points and you're dying. Okay. I'm sorry. -8. There you go. Alright, so one thug is down. Hold on. All right, so Katie, your thug is down unless you receive some healing from somebody else. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take you out of the turn order because you're probably not getting back up. Young Sand, the guy that is has got his arms around you, um, you can tell that he is about to do some bodily harm to you. You feel like the raspiness of his beard on the back of your neck, and it just it doesn't feel good for a myriad of reasons.
Right. Question: Do I haven't met the bird or anything yet, so I don't have any
No.
powers. All right.
No, you're a fucking boy, dude.
You
Yeah,
you
I'm just trying to think.
you
Your
you
balls haven't
you.
been dropped.
I know you do have like something inside of you though that is like a fire inside you. You just don't know what it is yet, but it's definitely there. You definitely have a sense of ambition about you.
Well, I scream at the top of my lungs and just start like going nuts on him, trying to hit him.
Okay. Are you gonna like try and rip his eyeballs out or anything like that? Or you just I mean, is there a
Like
particular
I'm gonna like go for the eye sockets, like you know what I mean, like get like try to like turn his ears, like whatever I can get a hold of, just like
you go crazy?
fingernails at his face, that kind of thing.
Okay, all right. So you're going nuts. So we're gonna give you because of your ambition, we're gonna give you +2 on your attack. All right, for
Yeah.
the remainder of this encounter.
So a +2 to hit.
+2 to hit. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you grab a hold of one of his eyes. You actually you dig your fingers in behind the ball itself and you pull it out. And this guy's like, ah, my fucking eye! He's got my fucking eye! He's screaming. All right, so
I'll kill you.
go ahead and roll a go ahead and roll because you have the eyeball itself. I'm gonna have you roll a d6. Like a fist is normally like a d4, so go ahead and roll a d6. Okay.
Yeah. That's
All
a
right.
cornea scrape right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely pretty upset, and I'm gonna have him do I'm gonna have him do a willpower check to see if he doesn't just like fucking fall over on the floor. All right, so actually he fails his willpower check, and he is now down on the ground. So we're gonna use this little icon here um, that he is lying. He's prone right now. You have a hold of his eyeball still, and he is on his back, like pushed over the barrels. There's food everywhere. He's just spilled the shit, and he's going crazy. Okay, it's his turn. Do another willpower check. Okay, so this time he's able to kind of compose himself. He realizes that you still have a hold of his eyeball, and he's now going to try and basically squeeze the shit out of your arm until you let go of it. All right, he fails, and you've still got a hold of his eye. And he's like, oh, I'm going to fucking kill you, you little bastard. He's just screaming hysterically. And Bren's like, atta boy. He sees you over there just wailing on him, so he's going to cock his crossbow and take another shot at the guy that has a hold of Sand. And because of his intense dedication to you, he's going to get a +2 to hit. He's your father, and he knows that he's protecting you, so his attack is successful. And he hits that guy for 5 points. So I will now let you play the thug that just got hit for 5. Okay, you can take over for him for me. And, yep. Come on now. Okay, so you have 5 hit points left, just so you know. All right, Thug leader, you hear your buddy behind you just absolutely losing his mind. You glance over his shoulder and you see young Sand like just going ape shit on this dude's face. Um, it's like the guy in Florida that was eating bath salts and eating people. I mean, that's what Sand looks like right now. He is just going fucking nuts in this guy. So it's your turn. You've got Circum breathing down your neck, and you can tell that he definitely is looking to remove your head from your body. It's your turn, buddy.
I scream, "Fuck this shit!" and I want to grab the gold. Can I? I'm gonna have to move away from this guy.
Yes, you'll have to move away, but you can grab it when Katie's thug first dropped, she dropped the chest, and it spilled onto the floor, but there's about half the contents of the gold pieces that are there in the chest. Basically, the chest, yep, chest is right in front of you.
Spill some.
Spilt some.
Yeah, so I want to scoop it up and snap it shut, and I want to.
Okay.
Try to.
Circum's gonna swing on you as you're departing, and he misses though.
Nice.
All right. So you grab the chest, and you're gonna be able to make it to just about right here. Okay, I'm gonna orient your guy towards the door there.
Yeah.
There you go. You're fucking hightailing it. That's a smart man right there. Okay, it's Circum's turn, and so he is going to. One thing that you didn't notice, unfortunately, is that he has a huge composite longbow on his back, which equates into that he gets to add his strength bonus. And this guy works out a lot. I mean, the dude fights like all the time, so he has a decent strength. And the last thing that you see as you're breaking the corner here by the rolls of bread is him fucking pulling that gigantic bow back. Oh shit! Oh, not good. And he confirms it. Oh, fuck.
I told you I had fond memories.
Oh, dude. So we're going to go D8 times 3 plus his strength score.
1.
Oh, no. So he basically just, I mean, there couldn't have been a better shot. He's so dedicated that, I mean, he basically just...
Actually went out one eye and came back in the other.
Yeah. I mean...
Hook shot.
Obliteration of the head.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll give him some props for that. Good job, buddy. Alright, so he hits you for 28 points of damage, and basically just drops you on the spot. I'm so sorry that that didn't work out better for you. I really thought you had a chance of making it out the door with the gold. And Circum's like, you know that scene in Braveheart where, you know, like Mel Gibson's got the bow back, he just looks so determined. That's exactly what Circum looked like. And yeah, he annihilated you. So Sand, you see this tremendous bow shot from Circum, and you're up, buddy. You've got a hold of this guy's eyeball, and your father's dropped the guy, and you've got a hold of this guy's eyeball. It's your opportunity to really shine, and you're inspired by the actions of your father and Circum. So I'm going to give you another +2 to hit for a total of +4.
I am going to rip the eyeball out and then try to break his neck.
Okay, do it, buddy. All right, well, that's good enough. All right.
I mean, I'm holding the eyeball. Right?
Yes, you actually separate his eyeball from his face, and he loses it. So he's going to do another willpower check. He makes it. He realizes that he lost his eye, but he's still composed. So he tells you, "I'm gonna fucking kill your son," and he takes a swing at you with his sword. Ooh, he hits. Ooh, but unfortunately, because you've got a hold of his eyeball there, he obviously can't see as well, so he only hits you for 1 point of damage. But it's the first time that somebody has actually attacked you with a sword like that, another human being, and it's kind of shocking. It's kind of got you frightened a little bit. But not to fear, your father is there. Your father leaps over the table, or does he? He does not. As he's jumping over the table, he stumbles on this guy's body, doesn't make it. Nevertheless, though, he was able to load his crossbow, and he fires it. And he hits. Like, he's really good with the crossbow. So he hits him for 4 points of damage, which, Katie, drops you to 1 hit point. And did I skip you, Katie? I did, didn't I? No, you swung at him. Yep, that's right. My bad. I played right over you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Thug Leader, you're gone, buddy. I really, really thought you were going to get away with that gold, but you didn't. Okay, so Circum's going to come over, and he is going to attack you with his sword. And he hits, and I think Circum's going to finish you off. Yep, he cuts your head off. So Sand's on top of you. He's got blood all over him. He's got an eyeball, and he's like, ah, you know, screaming like a little kid. And Circum finishes you off.
That's how you do business.
All right. Okay, and that concludes combat.
You wonder why my guys are twisted.
Good job, everybody. Okay. So this guy is dead. And the first thing that Bren does is he runs over to Sand, and he says, Sand, my boy, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm standing there like shaking with like rage and holding onto the eyeball still.
Son, it's okay. You can put the eyeball down. He's like, let me have it.
I hand him the eyeball and just kind of stare at him blankly.
He's like, Circum, can you believe that they'd be this bold? Circum says, yes, sir, I can. Knowing how Vanessa is, once she wants her money back, she'll do it at all costs. I think we better have a plan for next time and be more prepared. And Bryn says, yes, sound advice, my friend, sound advice. So your visions of that encounter were very strong in particular, but they begin to fade. And then as your little shared dream, if you will, continues on, we move on to another very peculiar scene of a large galleon which is on the ocean. So this is several years later, and young Sand is now a teenager, about pubescent age or so, 13, 14. And his father's merchant business has done very well. And Bryn Glockta now owns his own galleon, and he's making his own trips through the inner sea region, running various goods and materials for other people. Okay, we've got about 8 minutes before we'll pause here. He's been basically doing very well as a businessman. He's very shrewd, and through the advice of Circum, he's become very successful. They also have a crew of 5 or 6 other kind of nefarious pirate types that belong to the Glockta posse, if you will. They're basically henchmen that are employed by Bryn, and you guys are on the boat, and you're sailing along through the inner sea. In this particular voyage, he's chosen to bring Sand with him. I tried to pick like an ocean type Titanic music for you guys. So, anybody have anything that they want to say? So let's see. Katie, you are playing. I think I threw a chick out here. Yep, there's a chick right there. So that is you. Sedge, which one of these pirate guys do you want to be, buddy?
I'll be this guy.
Okay. And
Mohawk.
Yeah, I had to go with the mohawk. Man.
had to go with the mohawk. He looks like a badass. And Sedge, or I'm sorry, Sand, you will be playing yourself, and I'll be playing Bryn for this next encounter. What's that? Is he bald?
Yeah, you click the bald guy.
Do you want a chick?
I think that's the chick.
Oh yeah, actually that is the chick. I mean, I can pick you a hot chick if you want, but okay. All right. Okay, so we are close to the 1 hour mark, and before we get into this next scene, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. because the next one could be lengthy. All right?
Okay.
Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay, 5
Sounds good.
minutes. All right.
John, Carrie. Okay.
All right. You guys back?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Anyone heard from Rebel? It's after almost 4:30.
I just Facebooked him, man. I don't know. I try to call him. I try to call him, but I don't have shit for signal out here. He has seen my Facebook though, motherfucker.
Still denying it.
Okay.
See this shit.
So we last left off with you guys on the galleon. Everything's going well. Bren is showing Sand the sextant and the compass and how to navigate on the boat, and all the little pirate crew. I mean, henchmen have taken a liking to Sand, and see that you have great potential as a young man, and that you're darn near the spitting image of your father, albeit a little bit shorter. And Circum is there, and like I said, everything's just going very well for you. You've had great weather, and then things start to kind of change. On the third day of the voyage, you hit some poor weather, and it's almost like the storm just literally came out of nowhere. The seas are swirling, and there's giant waves that start to slam into the side of the boat. Let's get some suspense music going here. Let's do suspense. All right. So things are a little perilous on the boat right now. Wait. There you go. It's very suspenseful, isn't it? The sea is ominous. It's almost like, Odin himself is wishing you a bad journey at this point. The seas are very violent. Some of the crew members are getting sick and they're throwing up on the boat. And all in all, everything is quite miserable. And you hadn't been in the storm more than maybe 5 minutes when all of a sudden that pull-up update. Hold on. There you go. When all of a sudden the ship lurches to the side, and you hear like the wood like screeching in pain as this giant tentacle comes up and wraps around the side of the boat and begins to grab hold and shatter the wood planks. And you hear Bren yell, "Kraken!" And all hell just breaks loose on the boat. In fact, you can see right here, one of the crew members is actually knocked overboard into the torrent waters below. And this Kraken lifts the boat up into the air and just starts shaking the shit out of it. And you can see everybody's just going fucking nuts. And on that note, roll for initiative. And you hear the Kraken, Sand, you just happen to be by the edge of the boat, and you look down and you see its giant maw looking up at you and shrieking. And you look down onto its beak, and you're like, oh my god. And your father tells you, "Sand, get away from the side of the boat," and he grabs a hold of you. Okay. Let me remove this thing, actually. Okay, everybody good on the visual of the Kraken there? Because I'm about to delete the image so I can get on with the fight here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
You got the idea. All right, so things are dire, and this guy right here is the guy that gets thrown overboard. So he's actually in the water, and the swirling water around the beak, it's funneling the water down into its belly, and this guy just gets fucking swallowed up. I mean, he can't even do anything for him, and he gets eaten by the beast. Okay, so I don't really have. I don't really have. I couldn't find. I couldn't find like a really cool PNG or file for the Kraken, so I had to make a Kraken token, and he is over here on this side. Let me zoom out a little more. Okay, so here is the Kraken token on the right hand side of the map, and I'm gonna move him a little bit closer. All right. So essentially, the Kraken has the boat completely wrapped up, and it is actually suspended in the air right now. And so for this one, actually, Nick, I misspoke. I'm gonna have you play Circum since Rebel's not here. Okay?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Sedge. Sand, you're playing Sand, buddy.
I figured.
All right, so Sedge, you're gonna be playing Circum. Let me give you control of him real quick. All right, you should be able to control him now. And I will, Katie, I'm going to give you control of the chick. Controlled by. What would you like her name to be, Katie? Do you care?
Not the bald guy.
You don't care? Tabitha? Okay. Her name is Tabitha. All right.
Seeing as she's the only chick on a boat full of guys, yeah.
Okay. You guys should be able to see her name. Anyway. Okay. So, Katie, you are controlling Tabitha for this fight. All right? Do you guys all roll for initiative?
Yes.
Okay, 10, 3, 18. All right, so let me add Young Sand.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're in combat too, buddy. Tabitha.
Rebel said he would be on in about 25. He said that he emailed you this morning. Something I don't know.
Oh, okay, I haven't checked my email today. That's fine.
Long story, yeah. But he said he'd be about 25.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for simplicity's sake, we're only gonna have like 5 or 6 combatants. Circum, your actions are going to basically represent the actions of the crew for this. So Sand, let's see. So Circum, it looks like you're going to be going. Let me roll for the Kraken. Okay, the Kraken's up there too. All right, and well, for
I'd say he got the initiative on
yeah,
us.
oh yeah, he definitely got the initiative. Okay, and Tabitha, I don't know if it's just because your clothes are wet or what, but you're dragging ass. Okay, so first up is oops. First up is Circum. So let me describe to you a little bit about this boat. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a large galleon. It is no shit airborne right now. So there is also a cannon. No, I don't want to turn on the fog of war.
That's it.
Okay, so there is a cannon. I couldn't leave you guys with nothing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, fucking
So there's a cannon there.
what about these harpoons? Are these?
Yes, and
Okay.
God, you are observative. All right, and
That's
yes,
just like, man,
you have 4 harpoons. I'm sorry, 6 harpoons on the boat. All right, so the Kraken has it has 8 arms, 8 tentacles, 2 of which, one from opposite directions, have the boat wrapped up right now. Okay, and then you've got the cannon. So 6 harpoons and a cannon, and well, you had enough crew members to man all the harpoons, but homeboy got thrown overboard, so he just didn't roll that well.
No.
All right, so what would you guys like to do?
I would like to do a couple of things.
Okay, yes, you're basically in charge.
Yeah, I mean, I want some people to try to cut the tentacles that are wrapping the ship,
Okay,
and then some people to man the harpoons, screaming for we got to keep them up. So obviously the harpoons to keep them on from going under, and the cannon to hit them, and then if we have any extra people, to try to hook them to, keep them from pulling us under. I
Okay.
guess
All
that's the
right.
only idea right now.
All right. Sounds good. So basically, you're barking out your orders, and the crew members start to comply. So I'm going to just draw where his tentacles are at real quick. And let's see, they're going to be kind of a bluish color, like a icky blue color. We'll make them extra large. So let's see if I can draw on the map background area. I'll make them a token, so that way you guys can attack them. Okay, so draw. Let's see how this works. Oh, I want to do freehand. Draw freehand. There we go. Okay, so this guy, you got one tentacle basically like this, and it's wrapped around the mast. Color it in a little bit here for you. I hate drawing with a mouse, but alright, so you guys get the idea. There is one tentacle located there, and the other tentacle is wrapped around this mast, except that this one is going like this. And Circum, you almost got your damn leg taken off by this tentacle when it wrapped around the boat. Unfortunately, the harpoons, they're like hard pointed to the deck, so you're not going to be able to like wheel them around. And
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, that was my idea.
well, I mean, you can still. Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. No, it's coming back, bitches. All right, he's got a tentacle.
He slipped. Quick attack. Circum, you haven't taught me much in the field of tactics battle. Time to see them in action.
Okay, so there's the other tentacle, and you've got the boat. You got the boat wrapped up. You Circum, from where you're standing at, the boards are starting to like bulge skyward, almost as if the boat may split down the middle. Which is, if you're not the seafaring type, I will tell you that that is not good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Okay.
Sounds like a bad time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you've got your plan, and so basically the crew members start to execute. This guy here turns and starts hacking on this tentacle. This guy turns and begins hacking on this tentacle, and this guy charges forward and begins hacking on the tentacle as well. Okay, and then it is the... Okay, Circum, are you going to take any particular actions yourself?
I would, since I'd probably just cut his tentacle, man.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
We gotta get someone on that cannon.
Hold on,
God
I
damn it, I'm rolling shit.
I think I actually have a freaking pirate hat. Holy shit, yes. Look at that.
That's awesome.
All right. Arr, matey. Okay. So now that... oh, man. Okay. So it's really slippery. Like...
Krabby Patty.
arr, matey. It's really slippery on the deck of the boat, by the way. Okay, and Circum, he's spent some time on the boat, but he's not all that sure-footed. Okay, so you basically swing and a miss. Okay, so the Kraken is going to let out this giant screech. Another one of these like calls. Well, it basically imbibes fear into all creatures that are around it. So I need you guys to all make willpower checks to see if you don't shit your pants and basically give up. Just roll d20. Okay? Sand, you're feeling pretty confident. You're like, this is fucking awesome. And same for you, Tabitha. You know, you're starting to kind of get your sea legs about you. Way to go, girl. Okay, I'm gonna roll one for like the general crew. Yeah, they're doing great too.
You need to roll one for Bryn.
He fell under them, so. All
Uh,
right, Sedge. I'm sorry, buddy. Circum, again, you really just kind of want to be like, in the arena or guarding the gate back at home. You're a man-at-arms, not a pirate.
Dude, it's the water, man.
Okay.
It's fucking water, dude.
All right, so,
well, it's the lack thereof that's bothering me.
okay, so yeah, I know. The bunyip. I'll tell you guys that story later, but it was a creature that basically killed him in the last campaign. All right, so for one round, you're basically you're unable to do anything. So since you've already taken your turn, next round you won't be able to take any action. Okay? I'm sorry, young Sand. Your father tells you grab that harpoon gun, but you can do whatever you want to do.
Where is said harpoon gun?
You guys are in the captain's quarters, which is basically center mass of this ship. You are able to orient this gun in this direction and fire at the tentacle if you'd like to do that, or you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. So
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. Yes. Okay, you hit it. Go ahead and roll a d8 for damage. All right. Again, just the angle, the trajectory is a little off, and so basically you just like pierce it, but it's not a good shot. Nonetheless, the Kraken screams again as the giant harpoon penetrates its hide. Now, having said that, you do have the harpoon is basically lodged in there. It's a one-shot use kind of weapon, so you have control of that arm. There is a winch, like a crank that is used with the harpoon to start reeling it back in. So for you and your strength, I don't know. It's going to be you versus a Kraken next round, and we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so Bryn is going to grab the other harpoon gun, and he's going to wheel it. You guys can't turn the harpoons like inward. Oh yeah, let me take those hit points off. You can't turn the harpoons inward to the deck, but he is able to get a shot off in this direction on the Kraken. He sucks. Bryn sucks the harpoon gun. Okay, all right. Pirate Tabitha, it's your turn, baby.
She's gonna hack away at this tentacle.
The same one that young Sand attacked. Okay, let me orient her for you, so that way you're not facing like a retard there. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. You notice that the storm, it's not good, Tabby. Okay, she misses. You notice that the storm, Circum, you failed your saving throw too, buddy. So I'm sorry. You're pretty frightened right now that this Kraken might eat you. The storm obviously is following the Kraken. Okay, it's like it's generating its own weather. So it's the Kraken's turn again, and it is going to attempt to crush the boat. All right, you feel the pressure, but it really has no effect, and it's unable to tear the boat apart this round. Sand, it's your turn again. You got that harpoon crank there in front of you, buddy.
I'm winching like a madman.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check. You're pretty excited right now, so you've got, I'm going to give you like a +2 on the old strength there.
Nice. So that would be 17.
Okay, so you are able to, what do you want to try and do? Just start wrenching on it to try and get the tentacle to pull away, or?
Yeah, either pull the tentacle away from the mast, or at least get the harpoon back.
Okay. Alright, so you start pulling on it, and it does some more damage. You end up doing another point of damage to it. and the tentacle starts to unwrap from around the mast here in the center of the boat.
Nice.
Does anybody happen to know off the top of their head how many hit points a Kraken has?
I think it's 10.
Three.
You think it's
Three.
10? Okay.
Because
All
I
right.
did 2 and 1. And he did 1.
So it's Bryn's turn. He's going to start. He was unable to hit, so he's wheel the. He's going to pull the harpoon back up, wheel it back up, and take another shot at it. All right. This time he hits. Oops, rolled the wrong dice. Okay, so he hits it for 5 points. And the Kraken shrieks in pain. This is the awesome part, is that I have a game master in training here, like looking up the stats on it for you guys. So you guys are fucked.
It's like, oh, it's got 400 health. Like, son of a bitch.
I don't know. I did tell you that that Jeremy and Vanessa were coming, but that's who's watching. It's Jeremy and Vanessa, and you guys are doing a marvelous job. Okay, Soggy Tabby, it's your turn.
I think every round she should get a new nickname.
I'm gonna hit that same tentacle, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
She's having a hard time.
She is having a hard time.
When you're down on the deck, that's rough, you know.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's thrashing the boat about. Okay, Circum, it's your turn, man. You finally are like, holy shit, you got your sea legs about you now, and you're ready to fight.
Fuck, dude.
Come on, big money.
Fucking A, dude. If I can take a whack at this thing, man, I gotta get it off, man. I'm going down.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, just fucking intense, man. Here we go. Yeah, yes. On 10. Fuck.
All right, you hit.
All right.
Roll for damage. D8. You're wielding a longsword.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
+2 for his strength bonus, so 10 points of damage to the tentacle. Okay, so this tentacle actually lets loose and slithers back into the ocean. Basically, with all of your combined attacks on it, you're able to defeat the tentacle. However, on the way down, it does like one of those Lord of the Rings, like God, the Balrog thing with
Like a whip.
yeah, with the whip on one of those motions, and he's going to try and he's going for either Tabitha or this guy here. God, I guess he is bald. I'm really sorry, babe, that I almost made you play a bald guy. All right, on him, and he is successful, and he hits this guy, and he doesn't retain control of him, but he hits him for some damage as the tentacle goes into the water. Okay, so you guys defeated one tentacle. And the Kraken's like,
still attached?
what's that?
Was my harpoon still attached?
Did you fire a harpoon?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you had fired one.
Well, I had. That's what I mean. That was like the first thing I did.
Oh, was it?
And you said it was lodged. That's how I winched it free. A bit.
Okay. So
It destroys the harpoon. Rips apart the
yes,
harpoon.
so it rips the hard point of the heart. Was it this one, the northern one that you?
The one I'm standing at.
Oh, sand. That's right. Yes, my bad. I had you confused there with Nick for a second. Okay, so yes, it rips that hard point out, and basically the harpoon goes flying through the air. Okay, well done, Circum. It's the Kraken's turn, and it is going to harpoon attack. Or harpoon attack. The fucking Kraken's firing harpoons. It's going to tentacle attack this guy right here. And he hits, all right. Unfortunately, tentacles do a lot of damage. So,
Cool.
and they also have an opportunity to suction cup to you, which this one doesn't. But this tentacle hits this dude, and hits him so hard that he knocks him like back this direction, and the guy falls over, and he appears to be dead. I said appears to be dead, but he's grabbing his head there, and he's just laying there. The tentacle knocked the shit out of him. Young Sand, it is your turn. Your harpoon is gone, and I need you to roll a willpower check to see if you don't start crying.
Roll a 14.
Oh, did you roll a 14? All right, good job, buddy. You're able to continue to fight. So the tentacle's down on your side of the boat, but you see a crew member like get knocked towards you. What would you like to do, my friend? There are other harpoons that are available.
Oh, if I run, I can make it. I'm going to Young Sand. That's foolishness. He's going to make a mad dash, jump over the castle, and towards the harpoon.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Go and give me a dex check there, big guy, to see if you make it. And you do.
Okay.
You're like, I love you, Father. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you
No, I
don't.
don't.
My bad. That sucks. Okay, you slip and slide into the mast. Oh, you definitely jump off of it though, and you take a point of damage, but you're able to continue up. So you want to make it to this harpoon here.
Yeah, that's all I
Okay,
wanted to do.
you're there at the harpoon now.
I'll fire it.
Fire it. Fire it, Will.
Well, there was too many there. The first one, the 11.
You guys doing all right? All right. This is a lesser kraken.
Please. Kid, come on.
I'm a kid. Come on, man. All right. So the 4 is your attack.
The 11 is what my attack was supposed to be.
Okay. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Your aim is off, and you do not hit him. Okay. It's your father's turn, and he rushes over to you, and he's going to basically like nudge you out of the way and take control of the harpoon. You're like, Dad, I hate it when you do this to me. And he tells you,
I was doing good.
he tells you, Sand, get below deck now. We'll figure out if you do or not on your turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll see.
Tabitha, it's your turn.
I guess she'll come over here to this harpoon and shoot the kraken.
Okay. That one, unfortunately, the way it's oriented, you're not going to be able to hit the kraken with it.
Get to the cannon.
Can I run all the way to the cannon?
You can run all the way to the cannon.
Can I
Okay.
prepare it or shoot it?
Okay, as you are running by, the tentacle takes a swipe at you, and it misses, and the tentacle hits the mast above Circum's head, right here, and splinters it, and the mask falls. Let's pick a clock direction here. Towards the 6 o'clock, so the mast falls basically directly in front of Young Sand. So I'm going to draw this in here freehand. It's kind of a brownish color, but all right. So the mast falls right here, and basically is laying off the side of the boat now. And Sand, I need you to make a dexterity check to see if you don't get crushed by the mast. Okay, you make it. And Bryn's like, Sand, watch out! The mast! He saw the tentacle hit it. You were so infuriated that your father pushed you to the side, though, that you didn't see it. Circum, it's your turn, buddy.
As like the leader of the ship, I feel like I should give like a battle cry
You could.
to like encourage my men, you know, to give them some bonus rolls or something. So I want to scream out, you know, a battle cry and a, you know, a declaration and try to inspire everybody and rush forward and take a whack at this tentacle as well.
All right. So because you're extremely motivated, you're doing your best to inspire the rest of the crew. I'm going to give you +2 to hit. Dude, you suck, man. Can't help it. Well, you are standing like right on top of a bunch of, you know, like the prison hold there. So basically, it's just really slippery, and your foot gets caught up in the cage there where the cargo is at. Man, there goes that +2. All right. So the tentacle is going to take a swipe. It really just kind of swiping blindly, and it doesn't do so well. You can tell the Kraken's injured.
I think it hurt itself.
Yeah. So this time the Kraken completely fumbles and actually the tentacle breaks free, or doesn't break free, but well, yeah, it breaks free from the grip that it had on the mast here, and the tentacle slithers back into the water. It lost its grip. So we're going to delete this stuff. Okay. Tentacle falls back into the water. The Kraken shrieks out because it's pissed off. Okay, so Sand, you have a mast that almost just took your head off and crushed you. What are you going to do, my friend?
I am going to rush to the aid of this guy.
Okay. He's one of your friends, like, you know, he... Whoa. There you go, atta boy.
Dropkick Murphys? Nice.
Some bagpipes. You guys are going by like a coast that's similar to Ireland, so you hear bagpipes in the distance. I don't know.
It's either Boston or Ireland.
I just wanted to change the music. Okay. So you rush over there and you tend to him, basically slap him around a little bit, and he wakes up.
Get up, Garth. We need you.
Sand, my boy. Thank you. Okay. And so on that note, it's going to be the crew's turn. This guy is going to come up here, the harpoon, and fire it. Ah, man. It's just, there's just so much water all over the deck that everybody's having a really hard time firing these harpoons. Oops, move the map. This guy is going to come over here to the other one. I meant to RP these guys on your turn, Circum, but I forgot. So, and because of the position of this one, he's able to still shoot at it, and he hits the Kraken for 5 points. Okay. The Kraken is starting to what's the word I want to use here? It's bloodied, basically. So we're going to give him a little red dot there, denoting that he is below half health.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
What's
Rep-
up, guys?
Hey, buddy, how's it going, man?
It's been a hell of a week, man.
It's been a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you could make it.
Nick, thanks for getting me sick for the last 4 days. And shit, I'm here for
All right.
Still
Sorry.
sick, man. To this day.
today's the first time getting over it. Anyway, sorry I'm late, guys. It's been a ridiculous couple of days. Anyway, sorry.
No. You're fine. You're fine. I'm glad you made it. Hey, just so you know, I have Jeremy and his wife Vanessa are here over at our place watching you guys play on the big screen TV. They're just getting started in Pathfinder, so I invited them over to check out one of our sessions.
Awesome.
Yep.
It's good to meet you guys from over here.
They say hello. All right, well, glad you made it because actually the guy that you're playing just regained consciousness. So it's your turn. And basically you are on a ship and a giant fucking kraken. Oh, by the way, the ship is now back on the water since the tentacle slid off the side of it and lowered the ship back down into the water. And you see this large kraken over here to the southeast of the boat, and it's your turn, my friend. There are
This is me right here.
no, this young guy right here. Hold on, let me give you control of him real quick. Controlled by Leon. Okay, you should have control of him. You just got knocked out by a tentacle. So there's 2 harpoons that haven't been fired yet, and they are at the front of the boat. I'm sorry, those 2 guys did fire their harpoons, my bad. So the only thing that hasn't been fired up to this point is the cannon.
The cannon. Okay.
There's a cannon there, yep.
Awesome.
You could suicide into the kraken's mouth and attempt to kill it. or you happen to have a crossbow on your hip as well.
Alright, well, okay, I am going to try and, yeah, heck with, okay, yeah, I'm gonna draw my sword, and, I'm gonna yell at them to get that cannon turned to the kraken and get that thing firing, and I'm gonna run towards the kraken and, leap and make an attack.
Fuck yeah, you are, dude. Alright, so... Alright. Because of your
I'm probably just gonna trip over the boat railing.
because of your extreme dedication to your crew, I'm gonna give you +5 to hit, and if you like, you also have a hero point at your disposal as well, my friend.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and make it. Go ahead and make. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I'll go ahead and make my roll.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity check for your leap. That's what I'm talking about. Right into the action, jump into that freaking kraken's mouth.
I've got a +2 for dex. Okay, and you said also a +5?
Well, so the guy that you're playing though is not very dexterous or agile. So you're just gonna get your +5 as well to your dexterity check to see if you in fact do leap into the kraken's maw or if you leap just into the water. Okay, you jump into its mouth. So let's go ahead and roll your attack.
Awesome.
Come on, 20!
Garth, no.
Yes, oh my god! He's gonna do it!
Am I so basically just attacking with like a katana 1d8?
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh. Where'd Circle go?
Sorry, hold on 1 second.
He was so terrified he couldn't stand it.
I know, where did Circum go? I lost the frickin' Kraken. Hold on a second. I think it went to the background layer is what it did.
Sorry.
Hold on. Oh no.
You kicked his ass out of existence, dude.
Come on. Hold on. Bear with me. I gotta... What a clusterfuck. Alright. I have to...
Yeah, to catch you up, we're all in a dream, by the way. Like a shared dream. After our fight with Cormier. And basically we've been reliving, like, my life. So if you're wondering why the little black and white boy is sitting on the deck, that is me as a child.
Okay. Yeah, that was a little surreal.
So basically, you guys are playing like characters in my past.
There we go.
Awesome.
I had the boat on the... I had the boat on the token layer, that's why I was screwed up. Okay, so Circum, are you jumping in too, buddy? You're 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 I'm not ready for you to jump in yet, okay?
No, I'm glad he was inspired and everything, but I'm going to see. I'm going to go.
Okay, well wait a second, because he did hit. His attack is successful, so if he wishes, he can use his. You can use your hero point however you like, but you can make your hit a critical.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
You're not gonna have a hero point much longer.
so yeah, so he.
Yeah, may as well burn him, right?
So,
So just a D20.
no, just roll for damage, and then we're gonna triple it. So D8, I'm sorry. All right, so that's all right. I mean,
Oh, motherfucker.
all right. So,
The regular attack.
but yeah. So I mean, at least you were successful. So you hit it for a total of 8 points of damage, and the Kraken shrieks in pain as it gobbles your ass up. Okay. The Kraken is not doing well. I'm just gonna remove you from the game there. All right.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
I will see you all again.
The Kraken is not doing well, and it's kind of lurching around in the water. There's a lot of blood in the water from the Kraken, and actually there are sharks that are starting to swim around. This is a neat little feature of Roll20. Like, I just thought, hey, it might be kind of cool to have some sharks, right? Well, I can just drop in some sharks. Alright, so there are 2 sharks that are attacking the Kraken. The Kraken is so focused on you guys that it basically has lost track of what's going on in its surroundings. And the sharks, both sharks, latch onto the Kraken. And they hit the Kraken for an additional 10 points of damage this round. Which helps you guys out significantly. So,
I'm trying to think of a Jaws reference, but man.
alright, Bryn wheels around and is like, Sand, where are you? And he can't see you because you're basically hidden behind like this 3-foot thick wooden mast. And he basically goes running. He thinks that you have gone towards the Kraken, and so he runs over here looking for you.
The Jaws reference.
Tabitha!
Uh,
It's your turn, my dear.
Couldn't make it work though.
She's gonna fire the cannon.
You gonna fire the freaking cannon? All right. The Kraken lurches up at the ship, and its gaping beak is right there at the edge of it, and its beady eyes are looking at you. Have you ever fired a cannon before?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, you have. +2 to hit. Yes.
nice.
And it's a cannon, so roll a d12. Have you ever? Always say yes.
Not today, Kraken.
Nice.
Did you roll? Oh, okay, yeah. All right, sweet. So you blast the Kraken with the cannon, and the cannon's not bolted down in any fashion. It's loose, so the cannon like goes flying back, and it slams into Bryn, and it actually breaks his leg from the shock. But you drop the massive Kraken. Come on now. Work with me here. There we go.
Nice. That'll leave a scar.
Okay. And the Kraken is dead. Tabitha saves the day.
Salty Tabby. We lost a good man today.
You did lose a good man today.
Poor Garth. First he gets smacked around, and then in his daze he just jumps in his mouth.
So,
But I really think it was his spirit and attitude that led to the victory, you know?
Yeah.
your visions continue. And yep, we're still here. Your visions continue to a small village that is a little ways away from Eglorion, the capital of Chilaxia. I'm gonna blow this up just a little bit for you guys. Okay, and before you is a large, a large gathering. You notice that Bryn Glocta is standing up, and he is on a small podium addressing all of the people of this town. And Sand, you recognize this as your home village of Witchhaven. Witchhaven is a small port town on the very eastern, the very northwestern side of Chiliax. And so it's small, but it's known for its trading. And this is the town in which your father has made a name for himself as the premier merchant. And so, by suggestion of various elders in the town, it's been recommended that he run for office and for basically the position of the mayor. And so that's what he's doing now. He's trying to garner popular support from the people that live here in Witchhaven. So he's up there and he says, "Good evening," and he goes on about this, I have a dream, and talks to everybody about how well he's done as a businessman here in town and how much he's given back to the community. And he oh, okay. Oh, thanks. All right, let me put on something more official.
Just I'm like, oh, he's gonna make a speech. And that's
Something more official looking here.
Still let it go, but I couldn't.
How about that? Does that look better? Maybe that one. No.
My dad's a cat in the hat. Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right. So he's standing up there very symbolic, and he just continues to talk about how well he's done for the town, or how much he's done for the town. And Esmerella's there, and she's beaming up into his eyes, and how proud she is of him and all of his accomplishments. And Circum is there as well, and all of the people are cheering, and everybody's happy. And after the election campaign, if you will, you guys see a woman later on walk up and speak with Bryn. And Bryn is over here. Okay, I had to make sure. I just almost screwed myself up there looking at the GM screen, and
he's shaking babies.
yeah. So this woman, she's very, very attractive and very seductive looking. She's got short, cropped black hair, kind of in a wedge, kind of gothic look, and she's definitely out of place here in the town. What's that? Okay, everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. Just, you can roll your normal character perception check. Way to go, Sand.
I blew it.
Yes, it's right there.
Oh.
He's 19.
Oh, okay, nice. All right, well, your combined totals are enough to reveal that she is definitely um, flirting with Bryn and kind of coming on to him, and he initially resists, but she's very, very seductive, and the visions, you see that she actually casts some type of magical spell on him, very, 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 very discreetly. She makes a small gesture with her hand and lands the spell on him. And at that point forward, you notice that Bryn seems to change. Uh, his look seems to be a little downtrodden, almost as if a part of him is missing. So the evening continues on, and he takes part in the celebration, but Sirkim and Esmeralda can tell that he's distanced himself, and they just assume that it has something to do with the pressure of the elections, and his about to take over as the mayor of Witch Haven. But they let it go, and the evening continues on. Well, several years actually pass before the next scene unfolds. And in that time, Bryn's business continues to blossom. He's done extremely well, and now instead of one galleon, he owns 10 galleons, and he has become very wealthy. And nobody sees the woman, the seductress, if you will, that Bryn spoke to. And Bryn begins to run for basically like governor of the land itself, of Cheliax. And so here he is again, back. Again, this is 10 years later that we are now. He's back in the same platform, the same pedestal, and he's giving another speech before the town. I'm taking her off so I don't confuse you guys. This time the crowd is cheering for him as he steps up, and he is definitely not the same man that he once was. His eyes are kind of sunken in. You can tell that he's overworked and he's tired. The stress just of life in his position is getting to him. The stress of not having another child is getting to him. One of the things, Sand, that you remember is that your father always seemed like he always wanted to have another baby. You knew that he loved you, but Esmeralda, for whatever reason, was unable to deliver another child, and so their sexual life became very strained, and basically they stopped making love together. They started sleeping together, or not together, but sleeping separate. And I know, buddy, I'm sorry. You said do whatever I wanted with your backstory, so I'm about to fucking trash it. All right, so things start to turn south for the Glockta family, and he's just not himself. All right, so
Poor Pappy.
yep. Bryn then departs after the election is over with, and he's won. He's been elected governor of Cheliax, which is a huge step up for him, and obviously he is making a run at possibly at other positions of leadership and royalty within Cheliax itself. And after his campaign speech and after he has dinner, he departs the festivities and leaves Esmeralda and Sirkim there together. And as I mentioned to you before, the two of them had always been close friends, but their relationship has also blossomed as well. I'll let your imagination run with it, but basically Sirkim has taken a liking to Esmeralda, and he sees what Bryn has done to her, and Bryn hasn't directly mistreated her or anything, but Sirkim realizes that she's not getting what she needs in a man from him. So he tries to comfort her. No, is that a tear, buddy?
Yeah.
He's not giving the dog a bone yet, so don't worry. Not yet. Okay. So, I know that's bad news for you. All right. So it continues on. After the election party, like I said, Bryn takes off. And then out of nowhere, you hear a scream. Ah! And then you hear like some shrieking sounds, and you hear war drums like in the immediate. Let's see if I can do. There you go. There's some gongy war drums for you guys, and you hear people start to scream off in the distance, and you also you realize that there is fire that is licking the rooftops in the distance, and you can see the fire start to build in the buildings around town. So give me just a second here, and I will start to reveal this stuff to you guys. Can I select everything in this layer? Yes, that fucking worked. Cool. Okay, so the situation is pretty dire, and turn this down just a smidgen. It is at that moment that you hear the shrieks and the sounds of goblins as they attack the villagers. Let me go ahead and clear initiative. Okay, so for this encounter, oops, let me get your token, Sand. So Sand, you are now a young man, and I'm going to use your current token, your actual no shit character token, but you are not quite Sand. You're not quite the Sand and Galacta yet. Okay, so I'm going to give you control of him.
Where is he?
You're going to be there with Esmerilla and...
Okay. Oh, there I am. Huge. Oh.
Okay, and just give me a second. I have to clear off these chicks.
I know I look older than my parents there.
Hey, I mean, it's either that or I can send you back to being the young boy.
Yeah, I'll stick with that one.
Okay, layer, GM layer, GM layer.
Well, this particular memory is very vivid to me, so.
Yeah, if you have anything that you would like to say, please.
You're not 18, but you're not 18, but they all get on my neck, so they're keeping me on.
You don't need to be warm in the summer, bud.
Alright.
You're gonna get pretty hot in there.
One of the things that I forgot to mention was that
I got to. Here, what's not going like here? Can you help me put my shoes on?
Okay, I'll help you put your shoes on.
Okay.
one of the things that I forgot to mention, Sand, is that Esmerilla and Circum departed the festivities just prior to this attack occurring, and so you're a teenager, and basically they wanted you to enjoy the evening yourself, and so there you are in the center of town, mingling amongst your friends, and when the attack occurs. All right. So for a turn order, actually, before we actually get into no shit combat, Sedge, pick one person in the crowd that you would like to play.
Yes, now I got to.
Celine.
That's who I thought you were going to take. Okay. Oops, I don't want to move that whole group of people. Just the big guy.
I want his name to be Blutark.
You want his name to be Blutark?
I got this, but
Okay.
not Dad.
Blutark is his old character's name, so...
Just watch
Okay.
your onions.
Blutark.
It's a small bottle of water.
Small puddle of water.
You never know
Okay.
what's in that fountain.
So hey, so Blutark, you are a first level fighter. You're a very robust young man, and you've got 12 hit points. And you are controlled by Sedge. Okay. Leon, you pick one person from the crowd, please.
Are the illustrations accurate? I mean, are we armed with what the people have? The picture there?
They have basic, martial weapons. Any martial weapon you can have or whatever they're wielding, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Katie, you can think about who you want to be as well.
There we go.
Okay. All right. So, do you have a particular name that you'd like for this guy?
How about, man, not really.
Not really.
Vinny D bags.
Okay, well his name is not really
How about Brendan?
Brendan. Okay. Brendan. Controlled by Leon.
Stable master and
You don't know that. Okay, so Brendan is a human ranger. He's first level. He's equipped with a longbow and a long sword, and he has 10 hit points. Okay, Katie, who would you like to play? You're gonna be what? That's carrying the log.
Yeah.
This guy?
smart as fuck.
Okay. Do you have a particular name for him?
Samwise game.
What's that? Bernie?
That's a good one with this environment.
Okay. Bernie is a first level fighter, and he has 10 hit points. And he is wielding a club, basically a giant club. Okay, and controlled by Katie. Okay, does everybody have a character now? I think you do. And Sand, you have yourself. And you are
The most
controlled
handsome
by...
character on the screen.
Yes, you are a good-looking young man, actually. And at the time, you have 8 hit points. Okay, so as you guys look around, you see that again everything is just a mess. Everything's on fire, and I'm going to go with. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I gotta find my mom.
You're gonna look for her?
I have to go find her.
Okay. I completely agree. So you're gonna start running home?
Yeah, which I'm not quite sure which is my house.
Okay, your house is to the southwest. It is, I don't know if you can see my ping, but
I got it.
there's a group of goblins standing in front of it.
That's fine. I gotta find mom.
Okay, so you have a tough time working your way through the crowds. But everybody else, what do you guys want to do? Basically, you can tell that there's like 3 different groups of goblins. One to the northeast, one to the south, and one to the southwest. And everybody else around you is basically just losing their minds. Oh my god, there's goblins everywhere!
Fucking goblins, man.
Well, I'm gonna turn around right here and blast. I mean, I can obviously see this goblin right here. So, I mean, I'm gonna turn around, level my longbow, and fire.
Okay, go ahead. Give it your best shot. Far away.
So we're just using our dex modifiers from our normal character sheets.
Sure.
Cool. Let me just make sure I got that right.
My battle music is letting me down here. Okay, excellent. You fire and you miss.
I probably bumped into him as I'm running.
Filthy peasant.
Peasant. Hey, my family is well respected. My father just got elected governor.
Okay.
I'm sorry that the heat of the moment is getting to me.
Katie, what would you like to do? You see there is a group of goblins to your south, one to your north, and one to the southwest. Again, you do not know. You see some commotion off to your left, but you don't know what's going on. You don't know anybody around you. You just see some guys with weapons start to fire that direction. So you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to the fight.
Yeah, run over here.
Okay, you're able to make it all the way over there, and you see a goblin with his back to you.
Alright, I'll club him over the head.
Okay, roll to attack.
Oh dear.
God, you guys are sucking. Okay.
To the 1 to 20.
Yeah. All right. So you roll to attack, but you had so much momentum going forward that you trip and fall, and you actually land in front of him, and you're on your back, so you're still facing that direction, and you drop your club. All right. Okay. Blutark.
Yes.
You see people running to the southwest. Oh my god! See if I can find some screams here.
Charge that
Sound
way.
effects. Screams.
That dish rag I got in my hand and fucking start whipping it over my head.
You guys didn't hear that, did you? Alright.
You did what with the dish rag exactly?
You hear screams off to the northeast. Doesn't sound good.
That does not sound good.
Alright. So which guy would you like to attack? Sedge.
Yeah, I'm gonna run this way.
Okay.
With my dish rag and my mug.
Okay, you're able to get there and attack somebody. There you go. I'll put on my horns, my goblin horns.
There we
Someone
go.
found new toys.
Boom.
Alright, what'd you roll? 16. Okay, you hit the guy. You notice that this goblin right here has like a robe on. A little different, kind of unusual for goblins. So go ahead and roll a D8. That's a beefy dude you're playing there.
Yes, sir.
So he's +2 to strength. All right, so you hit him for 8 points of damage, and the goblin shrieks in pain. He says something to you in Goblin, which you don't understand. All right, and is everybody gone?
I believe so.
Think so. Okay. All right, so it's their turn. They're going to turn around and they are going to attack you guys. Move them. Oops. The flames are moving. Nope, don't want to do that.
That escalated quickly. And now you're all on fire.
Yeah, and now everybody's dead. Okay, so these guys, I'll ungroup them here. This guy turns around and sees the big guy, and he's like, and he starts to cast a spell at you. And as he's casting a spell, because you're basically standing right in front of him, you get to make an attack of opportunity. Okay, you hit. Your club or your sword rings true. Is you wielding a sword, or what do you have?
Dead club.
Okay, a club, a giant club.
Fight Club.
Okay, you hit him.
I grew up Mesa Morningstar, but he looks more like a club guy.
Yeah, I think so. He definitely does some work with clubs.
He goes to the clubs.
Okay, your club smacks the goblin so hard upside the head that you drop him, and he's like, ah, and he's dead. Okay, Bernie, it's your turn.
I stumble to my feet and hit this other goblin.
Okay. He's got his back to you. He's focused. He's like doing a little goblin dance as he's watching the fire burn. Fire, 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 fire. Okay, no shit. You hit him. Go figure. She never misses. That clapping is for you, Blue Tark. So roll for damage with your giant club.
So is it a D8 or what?
It's a D8. Plus 2 for your strength. Okay, you hit him for 5. Alright. Excellent. And you quickly get the goblin's attention. He stops doing his little goblin dance and turns around and he starts cussing at you in goblin. Blah, 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 and you don't understand what he says. Sand, it is your turn.
I'm going to beeline to the house.
Okay?
Now that I see my house is on fire, my mother must be there.
Yes, she is.
I'm making a beeline.
Okay? You can make it to basically right there in the middle of the action. Okay? And that's your turn. So, Brendan, it is your turn, my friend. You watch Blue Tark basically make mashed potato pie out of the guy's forehead there with his club.
That was me? Oh, no.
No, it's Brendan's turn.
Well, I'm not gonna let myself be outdone by some lumbering oaf like that.
I wouldn't either.
I'm gonna pull another arrow out of my quiver and take aim at this goblin or orc right there.
Okay. You take aim.
And,
Go ahead.
aim down my sights. Good feeling about it this time.
Because you're using sights, unfortunately, it wasn't good enough.
I am highly ineffective with this bow.
Now we know why you don't play a ranger.
Yeah. You do have a hero point. You can use it any time that you'd like. You may want to save it for later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right.
I'll follow it my embarrassment.
Okay. So Blue Tark. Actually, it's the goblin's turn. So this guy turns around and after he watched you basically tee off on his buddy's head, he's gonna fire an arrow. Oh god dang! Poor goblin. Okay, so he does one of these things. He pulls the crossbow back and goes to fire, and it's like, and because he was, you caught him off guard, the arrow basically splinters in his crossbow, and he looks at you and he's like, gives you like this oh shit look, as his weapon basically blows apart in his hands. The other goblin is going to attack Bernie, and Bernie, he hits you. He's just got a little short sword. He hits you for 1 point of damage. You barely feel it. Just a little nick across the arm. And Bernie, it's your turn again.
I'm pissed that he cut me at all, so I'm gonna beat him down.
That's what I'm talking about. I should have given you guys like +5 characters to play, or 5th level characters to play. Okay, you miss. Brendan, it's your turn, buddy. Or Blue Tark, I'm sorry. Not Brendan, Blue Tark.
This me?
Yes. You hear more screams off in the distance, and you guys can smell the thatched roofs burning
So
all
am I
around you.
aware of all the goblins, like, or is it like all the surrounding goblins that were like
No.
full
Right
attack?
now
No,
you're
I just see these guys. Yeah.
you're actively engaged in these.
All right, so I want to charge forward past Glock in here, and I'm gonna attempt to tackle, do a combat maneuver,
Okay.
tackle this goblin. That's not what I got to do.
Dude, you guys were doing really well earlier. All right. Okay, so
No problem.
you try.
Problems? Oh shit.
Oh, dude, the game master. That's what I'm talking about.
You're setting the point on me, man. Fuck.
So the goblin sees you coming, and even though his crossbow,
Sorry.
even though his crossbow is completely blown apart, he sees your big ass running, and he's fought a lot of bigger guys in his time. And actually, you're one size category bigger than he is, so he gets like a +2 as well. And basically, he combat maneuvers your ass right over into the fire. Um,
Ooh.
he pushes you. He pushes you into the burning building, and you take 3 points of damage. And your clothes, that little fucking wife beater you're wearing there is on fire now. Okay, there, Mr. Hot Shot.
Literally.
Okay, Brendan, it's your turn.
Okay, well, seeing how ineffective I've been with the bow,
I guess I can move this so you guys can see. My bad.
I'm going to
You guys are like, what's he talking about?
pull out my longsword and advance on the goblin that just threw Blutark into the fire
Okay.
and attempt to attack it with my longsword.
All right.
My boys.
Okay, you hit. Go ahead and roll a d8 for damage.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, that goblin there, he had his back turned to you, so you basically came at him from a flank, and you were able to put the hurt on him, and you drop him in one shot.
Ah! Goblin scum.
Okay, let's see. Sand, it's your turn.
I'm going to continue to beeline into my house.
Okay, you make it to the front door and it's locked.
I will bash my way through it.
Okay, you're just gonna run headlong into the burning house for your mother?
That's right.
That's what I would do
Right.
too, buddy. Okay, go ahead and make a strength check to see if you crush it. Oh, and yes you do. Alright, so you bash the door down, you run inside, and basically the house is in flames on the interior. You don't hear or see anything. It's all other than the sound of fire, and it's just absolute chaos inside there. You hear the cross members and support beams, the rafters creaking over your head. It's almost an ominous feeling, but you're so driven to find your mother and save her. Okay, Brendan, it's your turn.
Didn't Brendan one
I'm
shot
sorry,
this
I keep confusing Brendan. So check it out, guys. Next time, let's not pick 3 names that all start with B. Brendan, Blutark, and Bernie. I mean, all right. So Bernie, it's your turn. You got a goblin in your face, and you see this guy just like out of nowhere run into a freaking burning building. It's crazy. What are you gonna do?
Hit this goblin.
Do it.
Stupid goblin.
Ah, stupid woman. That's what he says back at you. No, yeah, and it's not. He's really ugly, so I guess it's just he's throwing you off, and you keep hearing screams, and all the people have disappeared from the courtyard area. Okay. So you miss, unfortunately. And it is now Blue Tark's turn. And your t-shirt's on fire, buddy. Can you give me an apple, Shorla?
I'm actively on fire.
Thank you. What's that?
I'm actively on fire.
You are actively on fire.
Yeah, I want to stop, drop, and roll. But, yeah.
Okay, you stop, drop, and roll, and that takes up your turn, but you're no longer on fire. Okay, Brendan, with a B, it's your turn. You have one goblin in front of you left, and you have a hero point. Oh shit. Okay, you hit. Is that with the bow or with the sword? I assume the sword.
Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was on. Yeah, I'm trying to lunge forward and skewer. Anyway.
You just like roleplay this really descriptive attack maneuver, and I didn't need it.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you hit the goblin, and your attack is successful, and you also kill this guy as well. Okay.
The moral of the story is you only get swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch you guys to the next scene, and give me just a second once you get there, please. Okay, I'm going to move your characters over. Okay, so Blue Tark, you are no longer on fire. Bernie is there, and so is Brendan. Group you guys. Copy your group. And paste. Okay, and one more, just a second. Okay, so that is the end of this scene. If you guys, everybody doing okay? We've probably got maybe another hour. You guys doing all right? Before we'll be done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, no, I'm saying that. So what I'd like to do is, it's been an hour since our last break. We'll take another break. I'll finish setting this up, and we will do the last an epic scene. Okay. All right. So 5 minutes, and we'll be back. Yep. Muting the mic. Okay. I am back.
I'm back.
Alright.
I'm present.
Present. And Sedge.
Even when he's here, he's not all that there.
Even when he's here, he's, yeah. Okay. Give him just a moment. Uh-oh. He dropped out.
Awesome.
You could have timed out.
Meredith is on his ass. Alright, I'm going to position you guys as characters here. Real quick, like.
He's here. He just chatted me on Facebook.
Did he? Alright,
Yeah. I think he's having some kind of technical problem with his mic.
okay. I see his webcam.
Yeah,
He
so
says,
yeah,
he says he can't hear us either.
He can't hear us? Okay.
You can? Okay, now he says he can.
Okay. Alright, well that's okay. As long as he can hear us, that's all
Yeah, he
that
can't hear
matters.
us, yeah. Ah.
There you
we
are.
go.
Hey buddy, welcome back. And... and I'm going to set you guys up so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. Give me just a minute to kind of arrange these guys. Oops. Ungroup. Alright, so these three goblins here are dead. You guys slaughtered them. I need a bigger screen. Okay. These three goblins are dead. And you see off to the side, everybody that's outside, so Sandy, do not see this. Please keep that in mind. You see a man who is wearing a black cloak or black robes, standing off to the side. And by this time, it's late evening. Okay, the party started at like 6 p.m. after his election speech, and it's late evening time. So everybody that's outside, you see Sand or a young man run inside the house. And Sand, from this point, we're going to kind of rely on you to describe what you see inside.
okay. Well, the house is clearly on fire. There's a lot of smoke in there. You know, it's my home, and everything is destroyed and getting charred, and you know, my eyes are stinging from the smoke. Like I probably can't talk all that well.
You see some drawings that you and your mother did together here on the table. You actually remember drawing them a few nights ago. You're a teenager now, but it's something that you enjoy doing with your mother.
I mean, I'm gonna cry out for her. Yeah, Mom, where are you?
It's no answer, I'm afraid.
I'm going to make a dash and try to check out the rooms.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm gonna go to their bedroom first.
Okay, you reach the door, and the door is it's locked.
What the? I'm gonna try to kick it. I'm gonna try to kick it in.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. All right, you kick the door open. Now there's a lot of smoke in here, so go ahead and roll a willpower check to see if you have the fortitude to continue on. And you definitely do. You're determined. You care about your mother. You love her very much. Go ahead.
I enter the room.
As you enter the room, you trip over something.
I look at what it was.
You look down at your feet, and this is what you see. Hold on. You see a burnt helmet at your feet.
Hey, that's Circum's helmet. What the? Well, he was with my mom. Maybe he's in here too, or around here.
Okay.
I
The flames are very thick, and especially in the corner of the house. It's almost like the fire originated in that corner of the building that you're in.
I mean, I'm gonna, I'll scream in pain as it licks me, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. You see two burnt corpses on the bed.
Do I recognize either one of them?
Make a perception check. Okay. You definitely recognize your mother. She is there, and she's been burnt alive, from what you can tell.
Oh, I'm crushed. Like there's, I don't even know what they say. I drop to my knees, smoke and everything. I'm coughing, and tears are starting to come out.
Yeah.
No.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It's a very, very disturbing sight to see your mother laying there. The bedding around her is just on fire, and you can just barely make out.
Is there any way I could grab her, try to get her out of here?
Yeah, I think that you can probably try and grab her leg. You're probably gonna get burnt yourself, but you can.
Hi guys.
I'm bud.
Okay, you grab her.
All right. I'll begin to carry her out of the house.
Okay. As you begin to pull her away, her flesh is actually sticking to the bedding.
Uh,
Are you gonna continue to try and pull, or? I mean, the fire's it's really hot. You're actually starting to, the skin is actually starting to blister on your arms.
I'm gonna.
Sand, I need to know what you're gonna do because the house is about to come down on you.
I leave her there and start kind of just, ducking and making my way out.
Okay. You hear a loud crash, and one of the cross beams falls behind you, one of the support beams. Go ahead and make a dexterity check to see if you make it out of the way. Okay. It doesn't look good, and actually, oop,
Avast virus database has been updated.
my Avast virus database has been updated. Okay, sorry. You make it just outside the door, and the cross beam comes down on top of you.
No.
The pain is excruciating. Go ahead and roll a willpower check to see if you pass out from the pain. Alright. It's you can actually feel the pressure of the beam. It's shattered your lower leg. Basically, from the knee down, your leg is completely it's crushed. It feels like Rice Krispies, and it's bad. Yeah, your tibia and fibia are completely shattered, and the beam is also on fire. It's a huge chunk of wood, and you feel it. Not only is your leg broken, but also just the pain, the burning sensation. One of the last things that you remember seeing before you lose consciousness is glancing over your shoulder and actually seeing the flesh from your leg drip onto the floor. Okay. Everybody that's outside, you guys hear some screams inside. You hear a loud crash, and then a scream on the inside. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna yell at those two big oafs to get their asses in there. I mean, we just saw the kid run in there, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go in after him. I'm gonna go in and yell at these two big guys to come in and help.
Okay.
There's no time. The building's coming down.
It's just a child.
Okay, you guys all running.
I'm running in.
You guys all running in there? Okay. You running in?
Fuck.
Okay. You guys run in just. Don't be shy, Lutar. Get on up in there, big guy. You guys run in just in time to see the crossbeam fall on top of Sand, and he screams in pain as it happens. The scene inside has you completely just paralyzed. And then there's one more loud crash, and that is the roof section over your heads coming down, and all of you perish in the fire.
Way to go, Blutar.
I told you it was a bad idea.
Okay. And the man in the black cloak disappears. And then lo and behold, a woman appears outside. And makes her way to the front of the building. On the woman's shoulder is a large black crow. And she takes her hand and extends it forward into the fire. And she mutters a few words. and the bird flies in. Sand, you feel it. You feel a very hard pull on your shoulder, but you're unconscious. But you feel something pulling you, a strong set of hands slowly pulling you out of the fire. A voice in your head tells you, "Do not worry, my son. You are in good hands. You are now my child, and I will treat you as blood, and I will care for you, and I will ensure that you receive the things that you want in life, and that you will garner the appreciation that you deserve, and I will show you the way." And she scoops you up in her arms, and she takes off. And she walks out of sight, continues on into the forest. She takes you into the forest just west of Witch Haven, and you're never seen again.
That was awesome.
Okay. Everybody slowly wakes up from the vision. You see it, all right? From the dreams, and you hear this strange music in your head, and all you remember seeing is flames dancing everywhere as all of you plunged headlong into that house trying to save young Sand as he charged in after his mother. And you slowly start to rise out of your bedrolls and kind of start to gain awareness of what's going on around you, and that you're not actually in a fire. You don't feel anything other than the cold forest morning dew dripping off of your bedroll and the trees around you, and that strange music that you heard before slowly fades, and the sounds of the fire fade as well.
I start rubbing my leg. I mean, are we aware that each other was in this, or I'm assuming like I was just having like, those visions alone?
You're not aware of anything other than what you experienced in your own personal journey through the night.
How did everyone else sleep? I just had the weirdest fucking dream.
I had to
Had what to?
dream, motherfucker.
You had a dream? Good for you. Good for you, buddy. I don't have anything with that mask on.
You hear Severin, "Caw, caw."
I slowly get up and kind of limp over to him. I give him some breakfast. Thanks again, old friend.
I'm gonna walk over to Sand and give him a little shoulder squeeze and say, "I'm sorry for your mom."
What? Uh, so you had that dream?
I did.
Mm, yes, that's what it was like.
Leon, do you have any thoughts?
No, I'm a very private person. I generally keep those to myself.
Okay.
I think it's cute though, those two having a moment over there.
Everybody's a little shaken up though by the images that you saw,
I
and
assume I'm affected the most.
yeah, yeah, it was a pretty intense dream. So it's about that time that you hear a woman say, "I think you guys," or she says, "I think that this belongs to you." And that's when you realize that there is a beautiful elven woman that is standing just outside of the ring of your camp. And Cedric kind of startles you as you're getting up, and she has her hand and she's extending it towards a small chest of gold. And she tells you, "My name is Aleve, and I am a sister of Cornea. I am a priest, S. And I noticed that all of you, I've been here for actually quite some time, and all of you appear to be having some sort of strange telepathic dream, if you will. It's extremely weird. So um, I thought it'd be best for me to overwatch you. So I've been sitting here on this rock for quite some time."
Where'd that chest come from?
She said that this chest was on the trail between here and a damaged wagon that I saw in the river. I found it along the way. I knew that it wasn't mine, and it looked like whoever had been carrying the chest was in some type of hallucinogenic state. As so, I began following it. I essentially tracked you here, and then, like I said, I came upon you. All of you were asleep and twitching wildly, and you must have been having a terrible, terrible nightmare.
Indeed. They're not just a nightmare. More or less memories. Apparently, we've shared my past.
That's sometimes I guess that's good, and sometimes it's bad. We in the sisterhood say a shared experience together is oftentimes one of the most bonding. Uh, I noticed there that your leg is injured. Is there something I can do for you?
No, it's long since it's long since been healed as much as it'll be. We thank you for bringing the chest.
Ah, you're welcome. I have no use for gold.
So are you out here all alone?
Well, I was just passing through, um, on my way to Mortog actually. Um, my my sisterhood, we have an outreach program, and we try and go to the smaller outlying towns that sometimes, the Sisters of Light, we don't always get to service them. So we like to try and get out to these smaller places and ensure that everybody out there has had their needs met and they're being taken care of. And I just happened to stumble upon 4 people who obviously had a very rough night, and I felt like my place was to be here and to overwatch you.
It's a dangerous road, sister.
Ah, yes, it is. But you know, I have Emo Day on my side to protect me.
Oh, you're emo.
Um, sure, I suppose you can say that. I haven't heard Emo Day referred to as emo, but are you a worshiper of Emo Day yourself?
I am not.
Okay. Is
So you should join us by the fire.
Oh, well, thank you very much for your hospitality.
That's the least we could do for you coming this way.
Thank you. And she comes over and she sits next to Corinna, in between Corinna and Sedge. So she asks you, you know, where are you guys going to? Or are you traveling or?
Heading to Seaside.
Oh, okay. The road there is clear. I just came from there myself.
Oh,
That's
that's
welcome news.
She said,
The,
"What did you guys encounter the destroyed wagon in the river?"
We saw it.
yeah, we have.
Unfortunate souls. I didn't see any bodies or anything, or I mean, other than just broken bits of wood and pieces of the wagon itself. There was a smoldering fire there, campfire nearby, but there was nothing left.
Yeah, we ran into some cultists.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, they said something about a Braxis.
Abraxas. I do not know of Abraxas.
That's all we knew of them. Before we killed them, I go back to feeding Sedgwick.
Okay. Anybody else want to say anything to her? No?
I'm not really down with emo day.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Dang. Look at
I'll be right back.
Brute punched the perception.
that.
I know what you're thinking, Sedge. I also thought that. Thanks for charging in after me, guys. I know how this turns out, and you, I wanted to be like, you probably shouldn't go in.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I try to back out.
So Corinna tells you that she has heard of the Sisters of Corna, and she tells you that it is an extremely helpful and good organization that she had actually considered joining the sisterhood at one point in her life before everything went awry, and that she has a very good feeling about Aleve, and she actually remembers waking up at some point during the night and seeing Aleve standing over her, basically soothing her, and essentially providing medical aid because lo and behold, you guys were actually like in a very, very entranced state, completely unaware of your surroundings, and that she actually fended off a couple of wolves that would have actually probably eaten you, um, without you being able to defend yourselves. She took a torch from the campfire and basically protected you. So Corinna tells you all this, that she remembers seeing that in her visions as well, and that I mean, it speaks volumes of her character that she brought you a fucking chest of gold. So Corinna's like, I feel like I owe this woman my life. She says, thank you very much. Thank you for helping me get through that terrible, terrible nightmare that I had.
I limp over across the camp, and I hand her, like, my breakfast rations. Said, here, eat on me. And then as I turn to go back, I shoot Sedge a look and just shake my head.
She says, thank you, my lord. And everything in the realms of sadness fades to black. And that concludes session number 4. Good job.
Oh man, epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last part was badass.
You guys like that?
Yeah, that was intense.
So I thought it'd be neat to roleplay your guys' backstories, to kind of help you guys learn each other and have an appreciation for each other. So basically, it's just kind of a one-shotter. We'll do them from time to time as your backstories evolve, and um, you know, it's good because basically you guys were kind of, you finished up the encounter with the cultists last time, and I wanted to end, kind of on a high note. So, yeah, I thought it'd be a good time to inject Sand's backstory into your guys' campaign. He was the first one that gave it to me, and wrote a great backstory. If you guys get an opportunity as well, take a look at Sedge's backstory. Again, did a great job, and so that's what I'm going to do in the future, is just use these to do one-shotters. We'll try and get them done in a couple hours, and just build upon that. And I thought it was a really cool idea, and I was excited doing it. Um, so yeah,
I was pumped. I was not expecting this. So.
Yeah, it's nice to have something that kind of breaks away from the main story arc, just like a kind of change of scenery for a little bit.
right.
And then, so that's
Yeah.
fun.
And then you're like, oh fuck, we're still out in the woods where we left off at.
Oh shit! Random
Yeah.
person watching us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a different way of playing too. Like John was just saying. I mean, if I'm just like some kind of flashback, I don't know, just like the kind of style I play with is like a little more bold, and you're just kind of like, throw caution to the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do probably more realistic or less realistic things.
Yeah, the ramifications are slightly less.
Yeah.
Right, like jumping into the mouth of a kraken.
Yeah. Give it.
Yeah.
Well, in the first scene, the way that I had it set up, um, you were a little bit late, which I was going to have you actually play the man-at-arms Cernic, and you were going to fight against Nick, who was the thug leader. You know what I mean? So it would give me opportunities to do some stuff like that. And I thought about letting somebody play the Kraken too, but I was like, I kind of have an agenda for what I want him to do. So,
Yeah, it was fun, man.
yeah. So for you, Rebel, I recorded the session, so I will post it on YouTube, and you can check out the first part of it, man. That way,
Awesome, yeah.
that way you get caught up on it and see, what the guy you were doing, what he was playing. So, yeah. Um, Yeah, it was good. I thought everybody did a good job. You guys did a good job role playing, and hopefully you guys can make it to Seaside in the next session or so, and we'll see what goes on from there. Are you guys interested in playing tomorrow night at all? I know Nick, you said you weren't going to be able to.
Yeah, I can't. Cannot.
You got to whip that pussy, man. I'm telling you. I'm just kidding. I hope Meredith's not standing right there.
Nah,
I
fortunately
fucking
not.
hate your
No.
game master. What about everybody else?
Depends on the time.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the time. I mean, I'm probably going to get dinner with the folks, but I mean, just depending on the time, I may be able to.
Okay. Well, I like playing tonight. Like, if you guys noticed, there was no kids or no screaming. So Killian just woke up a little while ago, so Katie went back there and tended to him. But let's do this then. Let's see if we can we'll get a session in. And Nick, you're not gonna miss anything epic.
Fire that
Base,
cannon.
yeah. Uh, Basically, just try and get you guys to Seaside tomorrow. So there will likely not be anything crazy. But even if we just play for an hour or so, that'll set us. Oh, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yep, we got
I
you.
just got a warning that my connection was broken. But that'll set us up for a good session next weekend when Nick's back. And so let's try and do it at like 11 o'clock your guys' time. So about 5 my time.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Yeah, that
Is that
works.
good, John? Okay, so
Yeah.
the kids will be up and stuff, but we'll just do a couple hours, and like I said, I'll try and get you guys to Seaside, and so that way you're not having to make that journey from halfway to Seaside to here. Also, while I've got you guys here, Rebel, you have the geography skill, correct?
Yes.
Okay, do me a favor and roll a d20, and hopefully you roll high. Okay, all right. Okay, so what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to, because he has the geography skill, I'm going to actually share the entire map of Cheliax with his character. So I told you guys before, I encourage you guys to take a look at the map to find us, new adventure locations and things like that. But I'm going to share this with Leon, and that way he has always got it. So in game, if you guys need somebody to kind of give you direction, you're not sure where you need to be going, I would ask Leon, because he probably has a good idea with the map in his hands.
Cool.
Okay.
Lead navigator.
And I promise to never lead you all astray.
Never ever.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm going to move all you guys to a map real quick, just so you can see where you're at. Give you a quick little location update.
Okay, sweet.
Yep, so that red circle there is your current location. And why is this thing not displaying? Can you guys see the text where it says current location?
No.
All right.
No.
So that's weird. Whatever. I can see it on this end, but anyway, that ring, basically center mass of that ring, is your current location. So Seaside is just to the southwest. You guys are a little over halfway down there. Okay?
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or anything?
What did your friends think?
They thought it was cool. They said thumbs up.
Sweet.
Awesome.
All
All right, I'll see you guys, man.
right. See you, Nick. Good job, buddy.
Take it easy, Nick.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bounce, and I will see you guys tomorrow about 5. I'll probably be on about 4:30 or so.
Awesome.
Okay.
Have a good time,
Cool.
man.
Yep. You guys take care. See you guys later.
See ya.
Later.
Yep.